please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
Holly girl.
podcast, season 2, episode 60.
Holly's way better at her part of the intro than you are. She never messes up.
Family.
Holly, have you ever messed up the intro?
I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
not.
How many times has Greg messed it up?
Don't.
Every
Every
podcast.
Wow.
People don't get to see it.
She was
He used to have a nickname of One Take Greg, which was so wrong.
Holly
We weren't
just
even
threw you
done
under the
asking her the
bus.
question. She was already like, every single time.
Yeah, she knows.
Every single time.
Every single time. That's
Every
that's
single-
why
every
I said
It's
that
almost
no
scripted.
matter what happens during the week, I get to do my podcast with my friends on Friday and Greg.
Wow.
That's...
And Greg.
How was your guys' week?
Holly, stop. You're supposed to be on my side.
She turned. She went
Oh,
heel.
yeah, sorry.
We got this bet going.
turned
No,
heel.
she went heel.
Yeah.
It's 3-on-1
Oh,
now.
yeah, that's about
Yeah.
right. That's family right there. All right.
How was everybody's week?
It was good.
Long.
Everybody's feeling it
Yeah.
today.
It was all right.
I need a nap.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly is probably going to be real ugly.
Ugh.
Because you're cranky?
Well,
I'm just in the mood.
it's hot as balls.
Balls. Oh my god.
That's the first time that's ever been said on this podcast.
It is.
Wow.
Wow.
It was hot. I got sweaty yesterday.
Honestly, how is your weather over there?
Hot.
Is it
Hot as
hot?
balls.
No, I mean, okay. So what's hot to you guys? Do you?
It's-
I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right.
It's very
Like,
90 and humid.
Yeah, 90.
Okay, the humidity. Got it.
It's
Oh
that's
god, 90 and humid.
yes.
It gets worse.
And the bugs are out.
80 and humid is bad enough.
I got stung by something on Monday. No,
Oh, yeah.
Sunday.
Perfect.
Monday, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And I broke out in huge hives everywhere. My
What?
neck was bright
Yeah,
white
It was bad.
and swollen out.
Oh my
It looked like it's full of
god.
What?
jelly.
I missed that one. You
Yeah,
should take a
right there.
picture of
Right
it.
on the vein.
Jeez,
It
so-
instantly went in the bloodstream and like went.
Here, let me draw some blood.
I was mowing. I had three.
What was it?
I don't know.
A bee of some sort. Probably.
It was just
You
humidity.
allergic?
Probably.
I mean, apparently, did you go to like the doctor,
no,
or you
they
was-
were closed. Urgent care was closed
So-
on Memorial Day.
So, oh crap. they're
So
closed.
here's the story. I get
Wow.
stung. I got 3 swipes left. That's it. So I'm like, I actually didn't know I got stung. I just didn't feel very good. All of a sudden, I was just like, I don't feel very good. And my arm started itching and my head started itching. And when I did this, I was like, uh-oh. And I looked down and I had bumps all over me. So I did the 3 swipes real fast. Could barely get to the house, though, because I was, not because I couldn't breathe. It's like, I just felt like I needed to lay down. And so I go in the house. My wife goes, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And I go, "I need some Benadryl." Like, I don't know where we keep medicine, because when people at our house use medicine, they just leave it wherever they took it. Like, it might be in the kitchen. It could be in the daughter's bedroom. Not where the medicine goes. So I'm dying. Don't know where the Benadryl is. Takes my wife like 5 minutes to find it. And literally, you can watch the bumps growing. My hand, there was like no knuckles, no veins.
It
You
was
could see
huge.
nothing. It was just like.
Huh.
And finally, I got Benadryl. Took 4 of them. Called a nurse friend. Says, "Don't take 4, because you'll start hallucinating."
Sweet.
I was like,
Wow.
"Well, that was 5 minutes ago. Too late." She said, "Well, don't take any more, and you need to go to the ER." And I was like, "No, it's too
No.
expensive. I'd rather die."
I'll just sit here and go on a trip.
And then, I don't know, 15
take
minutes or
another
so, it
Benadryl.
stopped itching, but I'd already kind of drawn blood by scratching everywhere, in my head, everything. And then the next morning I woke up and my hand was still swollen, but everything else was good. And then by the next day, my hand wasn't swollen anymore. I don't know. I don't even know why I shared that,
No
but
big deal.
It was gone, yeah.
Well, a few years ago, you got
Wait,
bit
so-
by a rattlesnake.
yeah, I got bit by a rattlesnake and I didn't die.
Right. I can't believe that story. Like
Have I told that on the podcast before?
I'm not sure if you told that on the podcast. You told it to me, and I'm still like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But can you somebody explain what 3 swipes is? Like what are you talking about? 3
It's mo-
swipes.
Just
Like
finishing
going
his
back
mowing.
and forth in the yard.
He was
on the
mowing
mower.
when he got stung.
Oh, you kept going.
Yeah, I wasn't
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
stop. I had to finish.
I had to finish it.
Oh,
Tinder.
God.
Tinder.
But those 3 swipes of the yard about killed me. I think.
Yeah.
I should have got off the mower and got in the house because
Did you swipe left or right?
I actually got to the garage and leaned up against it before I went inside. Like, I don't think I'm gonna make it into the house. And my wife's asleep on the couch.
She tried to call me, but I was sleeping too.
Yeah. So Josh just dies in his yard, and everybody else is taking a nap while Josh is working.
Were you like, man, a mowing's harder than it used to be?
No, I knew I was. You could see it. I mean, it was bad, and I could
Jeez.
feel it in my scalp, like in my neck. Literally, like you could have stuck probably 2 knuckles deep into it. It's so swollen. Literally, it was puffed out and bright white because it was so puffy. It was white,
That's
Oh.
weird.
but it looked like jelly.
I mean, the EpiPen.
I think so. Anyways, I don't even know
Pineapple
how we
bit.
got onto that, but
How's your week going?
How's your
Wow.
week? Right.
And that's the good.
so apparently rattlesnakes can't kill me, and whatever that was can't kill me.
So
Nope.
you're a superhero.
As long as I have Benadryl. That's like my
Yeah.
yellow sun. I-
Popeye.
I feel like it should have gave you some kind of superpower. Like you lived through it, you should get.
It did, Holly, but I can't discuss
Yeah.
that on the podcast.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
All right.
What are you guys
Wow.
thinking about? I said a simple phrase, and you guys went,
Yeah.
Way out
I know
there.
where your mind's at.
Right. Right.
We are in a gutter.
okay.
Right?
We have derailed.
All right.
It's Friday.
All right, let's get to the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Are you sure? All right.
Here we go.
I love watching Holly dance. That's funny.
The problem is,
We're
though, we can't even do a blooper reel of it because it's not recording her dancing. It's
Right, because we're
recording-
not.
That's why I'm like, I don't care.
That
You guys
sucks.
can.
I'm gonna have my
Camera.
phone out like
Oh,
this,
yeah,
like
we should.
We have another camera.
yeah,
her
just for
volume.
that, and we'll just have a Holly dance video.
Oh yeah, a compilation.
I
Yeah.
should have said it out loud because now she's gonna know.
We won't really
Right.
do that. We were
So-
just joking.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly this week. We have one for each category, but we're not gonna spend
Yeah.
much time on the good, and we're not gonna spend much time on the bad because I'm in a mood, and maybe it's because I got stung by something. I don't know, but I'm gonna spend more time on the ugly. So,
Right.
the good this week. There was some positive things happening with crypto, a little bit of positive movement here and there, but I think the biggest thing to come out in the news is that China now is going to start trading
What was it?
cryptos as of yesterday, June 1st.
Yeah, June 1st.
But I have a question
So
for you
can I
guys.
check? Okay, go.
Okay, I would just have a question. I don't know the answer to this. I just want your guys' thoughts.
Okay.
So, when China stopped allowing their people to trade cryptos, do you think everybody sold before that happened? Or do you think certain people hung on to cryptos?
I bet
I
they
think
have.
certain people hung on.
Yeah, I think they have.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depending on what crypto it was, like Bitcoin, they held on.
So,
They didn't sell that.
So here's my
Well-
thought process because I think everybody thought, hey, the market opens up in China. Green candles for everything, right?
Right.
But how many of those people got so burned before that maybe they're selling and not buying right now? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, there hasn't been much price movement on anything, except Bitcoin did go down a little bit yesterday. So, like to your point, Holly, I kind of wonder where those sales were at. But I think within you let that even out, give it a week or so. I think that that's going to be a very good thing for the market. It's just my thought process.
Yeah.
What were you going to say about that?
So I feel like this is maybe the third time, at least the second time that China, that I know of, that China's like stopped trading crypto
Yeah.
and introduced it again. Like, I feel like this happened the last bull run in 21.
Yep.
Yeah.
The same exact thing happened. So I wonder if it's like, okay, this is the start or very close to the bull run because China's opening it back up. Because I remember when they opened it, like when I first started getting in crypto, it was a big thing because China is now allowing you to trade. And then I remember when China said, oh no, we're shutting it down. Like, so I
Which
feel like
happened
this
to-
is thing.
And it kind of coincided with the chart's not moving as much as they did before. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of money in
Yeah.
China. I think somebody said Hong Kong is second to Dubai, maybe, with the percent of or billionaires that live there. But when it comes to like the number one city with billionaires, Hong Kong is it, because they have more of them than Dubai does. But percent population, I think they're second only to Dubai, somewhere along those lines. No, don't quote me on that, but I'm with you. That's kind of why I think that it's probably the start or the beginning, maybe, because I think you're going to see some sales. Because if I was a Chinese citizen, I would probably be going, okay, when are you going to kill it again? When am I not going to be able to invest? So I'm going to get some of my money out and then see what you guys do and then go, okay, I'm going to get back in. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I concur.
I concur, yes.
We're not
I
talking about
agree with
conspiracy theories, so Greg doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah. I think yeah, the bull run's coming. So
You have a prediction on when?
I honestly think about 6 months.
you think in 6 months?
Where that
I
put
do.
us?
All right.
I
I like it.
gosh,
Next
I
year,
don't even
like
know.
the beginning of 2024.
Yeah, I actually do think we're going to
Or
see
that
some
in late
heavy
December.
signs of it.
Yeah.
I would say in the fall. I think when you get
You
to be
think so?
about 4 to 6 months before Bitcoin halves, you're going to start seeing a lot of price movement. And once the halving happens, I think we're going to be smack dab in the middle of that thing. And I think we'll be probably pretty good for 3 to 4 more months after that. Maybe not quite through that next summer, but I hope to be making a lot of moves between now and then.
Could be good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, of course, the XRP stuff. That'll.
Hmm.
I think
I'm
that'll.
like, so I was going to tell you guys, I feel like that needs to be a special. We need to talk about XRP.
we really probably ought to do that someday, is maybe throw out a Thursday night thing and just it all be about XRP, because there's a lot of stuff there. And I'll be honest with you, when we talk about crypto, sometimes I don't want to keep repeating the same things,
Yeah,
but I'm super stoked about XRP and very, very bullish about it.
yeah. I think that will start
I'm
the bull run.
so bullish that I feel like I don't have enough.
Well,
Yeah.
And so that is where all of my money, all of my profits from others, if I have any, are going, you guys, is XRP, because I want to be that person that, gets there sooner than later. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to
I'm-
make my money on XRP and still have all my other investments.
absolutely.
That's where I
Absolutely.
would love to be.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I actually had that conversation with my wife last night. We've got some personal investments and some other things, and one of them we're looking at selling. And I said, if this goes through, which could be in the next 2 to 3 weeks, my plan is
Yeah.
to buy 20,000 XRP with part of the proceeds. And she goes, this is why part of the reason I love my wife. She goes, yeah, sounds good to me. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't even
Does
care.
sound- that
She's
does
like, we'll
sound
put the
like
rest
her.
of it in the
That's-
bank. I was like, yep. I was like, okay. So that's kind of what I'm looking at when it comes to that. We should do a special on XRP. Maybe comment on this video if that's something you would like to see, because that
Yeah.
would take a lot of effort. I want to make sure people actually want to watch that. But
Yeah.
But it'd be fun.
I think it's a big deal.
okay,
Would be
That's
fun.
that's the bull run starter. I think.
so I'm going to spend
I-
even less time on the bad.
What's
Okay.
the bad?
United States dragging their feet. I'm tired of it. I'm tired
Oh
of
my
the
God.
ruling being dragged on. I'm tired of them not putting out any regulations, not giving anybody any guidelines. Where I've said it before, we should be the leader in blockchain technology, and we are not. And it's stupid. And if China does some of the things that they're talking about doing, we're going to fall further and further behind of some of these other countries and then be playing catch up. And I feel like when the United States tries to play catch up, that's when they make a lot of mistakes and they don't do it very well. When they're leading, I feel like there's no country in the world better in leading than we are. But when we try to play catch up, it's usually not good. So
I agree.
that's the bad.
I agree with that. It sucks.
Tired of talking about it, but after seeing the moves other people are making, and then the rumors that the XRP settlement may not even be until July now, it's just driving me insane. Just come out.
I just read this morning, I thought that it was June.
Late June, yeah, but most people said that you can add about 3 to 4 weeks to whatever is coming out.
Of course,
That's
of
so-
course.
So, and that's kind of been the game plan. So when I read that, I was like, you know what, that actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Every time they say they're going to do something, it's usually 3 or 4 weeks later it actually happens. Plus, not to step on your conspiracy theories segment,
Yeah,
I feel like they're giving the banks longer to start to stock up. That's why I honestly would be in a position of keeping your eyes on XRP. And if it's continually going up 3% a day, you better get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that means somebody's stocking up on it.
Yeah, I think that 100%.
And when the gigantic institutional money buys show up, it's not that it's going to be too late, but you're not going to see 50 cent XRP anymore. You're just not.
No,
So
that's why I want to get like more right now because I truly think
well,
it's
so
coming,
let's
and it's gonna be faster
since the
than-
bad kind of sucks, let's speculate for a second.
Yeah.
Where do you think
Okay.
XRP will be in the fall, price wise?
price wise,
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like $1.30.
Okay, what do you guys think?
$1.30 in the fall. I'm gonna say around $30.
Wow.
What?
Really? 30?
Yeah.
So Greg doesn't know what he's talking about, but
No, I'm like I really don't have enough
Hey.
then.
no, I honestly,
I was thinking $1.
you kind of hit mine, Holly. I was thinking $1.50. Okay, where do you think it'll be in the spring? Let's say April 1st.
200.
Yeah, well, I want to know Greg's first.
I'm gonna go around the $5-6 range.
Okay. What do you think?
I would agree with that. $5.
So I'm going a little bit more aggressive with that. I think it's going to be around the $25, $30 range in the spring.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I
absolutely.
think Greg's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Find
being
it out.
very conservative just based off of like my analysis of the market recently.
Agreed.
Because I've really been looking into kind of everything, so I'm being very conservative, but I hope it's $20 to $30. Like that would be
But if it
Yeah.
triples from what it is now to the
Yeah.
to the fall, what do you think the FOMO is going to start being like? That's kind of what I'm looking at. There's going to be a lot of FOMO buys in there that I think is going to push it to like $5 pretty fast once it hits to like $1.50.
Yeah.
you might
And
be
then
right.
I think
Might be
it'll.
right.
I think with the Bitcoin halving and the way the market will shape up in the spring, I think XRP is going to be one of those that keeps going up. That's why I'm saying that $20 to $30 range.
Yeah.
How long do you think, you can't answer this because you already have, how long do you think that it'll be in the B&B range, around that $300 mark?
A year.
You think it'll be next spring? A year from now?
No, I think like no. I
Because
guess
that would
for
be a
me,
huge
a year
jump from April 1st to then.
Yeah, no, I think by 2025, the beginning of 2025. Like I'm just taking into consideration of or 2024. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why did I think that we were 2023 or 2024 right now?
Well, no.
No, I'm thinking
It would be
It'll be
2025.
2025.
oh,
Yeah.
2025. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I do think that it's
a
going to
year and a
take
half
about
from
a year,
now.
Well, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What do you
Mhm.
think?
I don't know.
So
Like
I
that.
think there is a small chance that it'll hit that B&B range price
Yeah.
Yeah.
this time next year.
Yeah.
So that would mean that I'm saying it's going to go from like $30 April 1st to like $300 by June-ish
Yeah.
of 2024.
Yeah.
But I think there's a small chance. I'll call it 10% chance. But I don't know. I think you're looking probably. It kind of depends on how long the bull market runs, and it also depends on if the banks actually start using it.
Yeah.
So I would say
Going to. I'm telling you guys, they're going to.
total speculation. I would say fall of 24.
You want to know what I really think?
No.
What
I
do you
really
think,
don't.
Greg?
Thank you,
I
Caleb.
want to know.
Ollie, do you want to know? Okay. Yes.
I want to know.
I think you're not going to want to cash it out. Any crypto.
No?
Because US dollar won't be worth crap.
By when?
What's crap now?
By
Shit.
fall.
By this fall?
Yes.
I'm not sure. So, like, I
I'm
don't.
just gonna mark this
trust the
podcast,
dollar.
and I'm gonna put a star in the headline of it, so I can go back to predictions.
It'll be worth 300 US dollars, but 300 US dollars will be like mean,
Yeah.
worth nothing.
You think so? You think that's what's going to happen?
I really do.
See, my problem with that is the fact that if it's worth nothing, then everyone has to be able to spend their crypto on, and you can't do that. And only like 1% of the population has even bought into crypto.
Yeah.
So like I
It's
told
gonna
you,
be crazy.
there's going to be a lot of angry, hungry people
Yes.
knocking on your
Yeah,
door.
There
that's
will be.
true.
And you don't have enough bullets. Because
It's
hungry people will do crazy
It's
things.
gonna change. It's gonna change.
That does scare me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll change.
So I hope you're wrong.
I hope you're wrong too.
Okay, let's get to the ugly. Because this segment's lasted way longer. I jokingly said
I was getting ahead.
I was jokingly saying that we do this podcast in 30 minutes, and this segment may end up being 30 minutes.
Right.
I was going to say if you were recording it and freak you
Oh
out.
shit!
But
Yeah, I am.
The ugly.
Mm.
We have to spend some time talking about
Dairy Queen burned down.
It did.
what?
Dairy-
Oh yeah, Dairy Queen did burn down in our town.
Here in town, yeah.
That sucks. I was going to get a blizzard after the podcast last week, and it burnt down.
Yes, that day I was driving and I was gonna stop by. And it was
All right, so the
burned
real
So we just
ugly,
went, "Brrr."
the real ugly
Okay.
is Ben.eth, PsyOp, Loyal, some Orange Square NFT.
some orange school.
Yeah.
One, I would love for that dude to come on here and explain to me what's going on.
Yeah.
For the record, we actually reached out to him and asked him to come on and explain to us what's going on. My opinion on the fact is I don't think he thinks we have enough followers, so he doesn't want to talk to us. That's why he
That's
associates
100%.
himself.
That's 100% it.
Yeah, and I'm not mad about that, okay? That's fine. That's not where this is coming from. But I do think that's why he associates himself with people like BitBoy. But what in the heck is going on there? First off, first things, it started with, here's my wallet address, send me ETH and I'll give you tokens. What? Who does that?
A little sketchy.
How many copycats have we seen of that?
Yeah.
I mean, I am seeing people throwing their ETH address out there going, hey, I'm going to launch a token, send me. And jokingly, people going, I'm quitting my job and just going to beg people for ETH on Twitter.
So yeah, if you
So
could throw that
then
in the
PsyOp
chat.
launches, and maybe I'm missing a step or two in here. Okay, this is not for historical accuracy, all right? But it's been going on for a while. I've been biting my tongue for a while. So then PsyOp launches, and it doesn't go real smoothly, and some of it goes out, some of it doesn't. And I think at this point, Holly, correct me if I'm wrong, all PsyOp is out now. Is that right? Yeah, all the airdrops have happened. Okay. So then, within days, now it's this loyal token, if I'm not missing one. Oh, well, I guess there was a Ben token too before this. So you're going to get rewards.
Yeah,
and
PsyOp holders got Ben
Got
tokens
Ben
as well,
token.
and we got like 5.
which, how much is Ben
It was-
token worth?
I don't know, but
3
seriously, I got
something,
like
maybe?
$10 worth. It was not worth the hold.
Yeah. It never
oh,
is.
Don't even get me
Is it
started.
ever, though? On it, let's be honest. Is it ever worth the whole?
No.
No.
Okay, well, that's all I'm going to say
I-
about that. Before I say bad things and hurt people's feelings, I don't want to hurt their feelings on. So then it's, okay, so we get our PsyOp. Well, I say we. I'm not invested in this just for being transparent. Yeah, Holly is, and we'll talk. We're going to get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
So then it is, there's that drop, and then within days, hey, we're launching this loyal token.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, what's it going to do? Well,
Test your
to
loyalty.
show that, yeah, we're going to test your loyalty to show that you're loyal, you're going to get more airdrops, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Then a tweet has to come out to say, the whole point of this is not to sell your PsyOp tokens to buy loyal. It's not to sell your Ben tokens to buy loyal, because that's what people were doing.
Yeah.
It's to get
Yeah.
new money into the project. Well, of course it is.
Here in Missouri, they call that fishing.
Well, and I'm not even saying that it's going to be rugged, right? But nobody wants you to sell this token that they own to buy this token that they own, and then sell either one of these to buy this token that they own. That's not what they want. They want more money into each one of them, which is also why it's really dumb that you would launch it that close together. I say dumb. Listen, I'm not even mad at the guy. Whatever. I have no skin in the game. But it just rubs me the wrong way.
Well,
To-
not only that,
Go ahead.
there's still talk. There's been talks. I mean, I haven't really paid too much attention within the last couple of days, because this whole thing is moving very fast. Like, so you miss a day,
On
you feel like you
purpose.
missed a month. Yeah,
In my opinion, on purpose, moving very fast.
100%. Yeah, they are doing it on purpose. But there's also, they talked about a finale coin. There was that. And then there's another one called Dave. Yes.
But
And
Ben's not Dave, he said.
What?
Thanks for the clarification.
but why is he promoting it? Why? Like, this is like so reckless. All of it is reckless. Yes, I've been reckless, but it's my money. I've seen it through, but I've seen enough. Like, I'm done. I'm not investing in any more that he's putting out. But I got to experience the PSYOP. And if you hold loyal, you also get airdropped more PSYOPs. It's like it's like BBTF to me. Like, that's like the whole premise around it feels like reflections of something else. Like, it's just like BBTF, I feel like.
Yeah, and I
Just
think that's probably where
like-
the idea came from.
Yeah.
Without the utility.
Yeah.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
you can have an awesome orange square NFT.
Oh, yeah. But what if they came out with a comeback coin?
Oh, Lord.
Would you? It's gonna come back.
Hey, people will buy it.
I know, right?
People
I just
will
keep
buy it.
thinking
Like-
about all these tokens, and I understand because I've got some money in like Tiger Inu and Pepe AI, just because it's like playing a slot machine to me. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And the Tiger Inu thing
Yeah.
actually worked out
Hey,
pretty
yeah,
well for
B&B
me.
Tiger. Hey.
Mine was called Tiger or B&B Tiger.
Yes.
And
Same
so,
thing,
and
I
Greg,
think.
I think
Yes.
you told me.
Yeah.
And I put $4 in there, and the day before when I looked, it was worth $170.
Yeah, it's gone up 130% since that.
It took a little
day.
bit of
Yeah,
a
I
dive
was like-
yesterday afternoon, but see, that's
Hey.
fun stuff, right?
Right.
How much ETH did
Yeah.
Ben get sent to his personal wallet? I can't remember but it was
It was $9.5 million.
it was almost $10 million, right?
I'll post my wallet address here.
That is not having fun money.
No.
That is people
that's-
putting some serious money
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there, because, and then I guess to go back, take a step back so I don't get my brain too fired up here. Then you're gonna get an orange NFT, which is supposed to get you like more rewards.
Yeah.
But when are people going to realize that if you put $10,000 into something, you know what? Let's use real numbers. You put $500 into something, because you were very open about that last week or 2 weeks ago. You got $5 in reward, basically.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Absolutely not.
And so many people
Yeah.
are trying to use that and launch this. But I'm telling you, from day one, and I'm not even saying the dude's going to rug because I don't know him. It just gives me a bad feeling that,
Well,
and I probably, but it's like, here's my wallet address. That's what you're going to do. You're not going anywhere to buy them.
Right.
I mean, I feel like people are lucky that he even launched it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest with you, he didn't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have got sued, but the whole thing to me is just
Where does
giving.
he live? He's not doxxed. Nobody
No.
knows who he is. So
It's-
good luck suing. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
And if you have $9.9 million, you can hide pretty well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can hide pretty good on $100.
Yeah.
But for $9.9 million,
Yeah.
you'd never see me. I mean, I'd be gone.
Gosh.
The whole thing just. I hope it works out for everyone.
Right.
I really do. Supposedly there's supposed to be a product drop today. Okay, let's see it. I will be the first one to come on here and go, I was wrong. I'm an idiot. I should have bought in.
We
But
could have a whole segment on that.
No,
we
you're not
we
gonna.
probably
no.
could. But I don't.
I honestly, like, even though I have invested in PSYOP and Loyal, I'm completely out of PSYOP now. I was watching the chart like crazy, and I saw what they were doing. I watched wallets, I tracked wallets, like I saw exactly what they're doing. And so I chose at 2x. At one point I was 4x on PSYOP. And I guess I got greedy. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I didn't sell at that point, but I didn't. But as I'm watching the chart, I saw it just go down and down. And at 2x, I decided I at least made my money back plus, double it. And I took it out because I was tired of watching the chart manipulation. It was not fun for me anymore. And so I got out of it, and then I decided to put half of that into Loyal. Loyal was a shit show from the jump. Like, I know PSYOP was too, but I don't see Loyal ever recovering.
No.
We didn't get
Not
our
without
tokens.
manipulation.
Not without more loyalty.
Yeah. Greg. No, so they launched Loyal, and us pre-sale, that sent him money, we didn't get anything at all for like several hours after launch. And then when we did get our money or our tokens, it was 25% of what we should have got. There was this whole debacle between Ben and BitBoy. And they were at odds with each other because BitBoy was like, give all of the pre-sellers all their money, like all their tokens all at once. And Ben wanted to do 25%, 50%, 25% or something like that. But he chose to just give 100% of the value in tokens yesterday sometime. And that, like, if you look at the chart, we're down so bad on it's it was below launch price. Below pre-sale price according to the tokens we got. Like, honestly, the lesson that I have learned with this is I will never send somebody tokens to their personal address to get pre-sale. And number two, the reason I won't do that is because I don't know what the value of the pre-sale was even supposed to be.
Right.
So to me, it's like,
do the math.
This much, this person gets this, but I think it was a toss-up of who got what. I don't think there was math behind what everybody got. Buddies all got their tokens before the others, and those buddies are the ones that freaking dumped that chart.
Yep.
Or
End of
story.
influencers.
If anybody wants to prove me wrong, please do. But
I would love to get proved wrong on this program.
Because I've done, you guys, I have researched this and watched and literally, because I wanted to see what they were doing. These, all these influencers coming out and making these stupid meme coins. Who is benefiting from them?
Just the people creating them.
Influencers and their friends.
Yeah.
I won't do it again. I'm done. Loyal, I'm going to write it out to see if maybe I'll get some of my money back because my $500 is down to $200. And so, honestly, in these bigger meme coins, I have gotten pretty wrecked. I would say I've lost more this meme season than I've lost this entire time I've been in crypto.
Really?
Yeah. When
not me.
It's not even a matter, you guys, of I held too long. I couldn't get out fast enough.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And so if you don't have time to sit there, and watch the chart continuously, and you don't have a bot that can do it for you, I say stay out because it's too fast of a movement. The pump is fast, the dump is even faster.
Yeah.
So
because once people see that dump starting happening, they don't even care if it's a loss. They're still selling. They just, even without bots, they're like, oh, I'm out.
And that's where, and that's where I'm at this point, I'm already down. You guys, it's not money that I'm missing. It really isn't. It doesn't hurt me at all. It sucks. Who likes to lose money? Oh yeah. But who likes to lose money? But it's not something that I'm going to be sad about if it goes to zero. And so that's why I'm willing to let this Loyal ride out and see what happens. Yeah. You never know. Because supposedly they're coming out, with a DEX to compete against Uniswap, which, let me tell you, that's not going to work. They can try all they want, and it's not going to be in the 2 weeks that he's trying to say it's going to take. No. Unless they already have it done, or they just literally cloned.
There's no way they've already had it done. No way.
No. So
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so honestly, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think he's trying to save face, honestly.
Too late.
Too late.
Honestly, but and I'm with you on that too, Holly. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully people don't get wrecked. But I just think every time
Oh,
that
people have
something like,
gotten wrecked.
well, I know they have, but maybe there'll be a miracle and it'll pump 1,000%. I don't know. But people are going to have to buy in for that to happen. Two things. When he's told BitBoy that, or he announced on Twitter that BitBoy was going to be in charge of the liquidity, I was like, uh-oh. And then two, every time this happens, it gives crypto a bad name.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I've been following CrowSwap for a long time, and Hank and his team have been putting together a exchange, and they wrote it from the ground up, and they didn't fork off of anything, and it has taken them over a year and a half.
Yeah.
And he'll be the first one to tell you that with the hours that they put into it, the only way they could have sped it up was with more money, more resources. But it is the smoothest.
Yeah.
If somebody's going to compete with Uniswap, watch out for that one. But there's no way Ben.eth is going to.
Yeah, that's our favorite one. We always say
well,
that.
but that's why when somebody like Ben makes this claim, there's no way. I have watched from the sidelines for a year and a half how somebody was doing it the right way.
Yes.
And it's my opinion, okay? But the right way, and it takes time.
Yeah.
And funds. But for him to have an exchange out in 2 weeks, no. I wouldn't touch it.
And
I wouldn't connect my wallet to it.
Like you said, you can tell they're working at it and they don't overhype it.
Yeah.
They just are working at it.
And one day it's going to explode.
Yes.
That's my thought process. No, not financial advice. But I'm telling you, to have the example of it being done the right way and to see somebody try to fast track it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can connect. I'll connect your wallet to it, but I ain't put mine on it.
Wow. Ditto.
So, guys, that's the good, the bad, the ugly for this week. I like how we always end it on the ugly, and then we go, Holly, make everybody smile.
Yeah. All right. Bring it back around. Well.
All right. Time for holitivity. We need it in our lives. Jeez. So today is not highlighting a specific person. It's highlighting a page that I follow on Twitter.
But I'm never going to guess this.
No, you won't. So actually you might. So the other day they posted, know this. Some people will not hear you regardless of how often, how loudly, how truthfully, how lovingly, or how profoundly you speak. Wish them well and move on.
Yeah.
I saw this.
I did too, yeah.
I cannot remember who it came from. I don't know. I saw it, though, but I can't remember who it came from.
So the page is called Power of Positivity.
Yes. That was just a couple days ago, wasn't it?
Yep, it was just,
Maybe
I think on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I almost wrote that down, too, because I was like, nah, she won't use that. 1 for 3.
You know, this one actually hit really close to home, especially this week. You know, some people tend to take your words and twist them to fit into a narrative that they want. And so, you know, it's very frustrating when you see that. And I've often wondered, like, if you don't like what I have to say, what's so hard of just keep scrolling? Like, why do you have to stop and comment on something? And on top of that, make a comment that is not even remotely what the tweet was about. I just never understood that. And no matter how much you argue with these people, they're never going to see it from your point of view. They're always going to think the worst in you because they think that their opinion actually matters more than yours does. And so, you know, I just felt like this one was kind of perfect for this week. And, you know, being true to yourself and knowing who you are kind of eliminates that negativity that you do tend to get on some of your posts on Twitter. So
I saw that you kind of got attacked a little bit on Twitter this week, and I've really thought a lot about that, Holly. I think some people are just so miserable. One, they may not even realize that they are that miserable, but they can't believe that anybody would be positive or truthful all the time. They just can't because they don't have that example in real life. And to them, seeing it on Twitter is not real. But anybody that... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, anybody that doubts you, Holly, has not spent very much time with you. Because,
and that's the thing. That's exactly what I was just going to say. Like, if you haven't spent time with me, I guess you would automatically assume it's fake. However, look at the people that I surround myself with and look at what they're, or listen to what they say about me. Shouldn't that be an indicator?
Be the number one indicator.
Yeah. But it's not to this, to these people, and that's okay. The post I'm referring to specifically, and I'll just read it because I still feel this way. I will always feel this way. Let me see. Okay. So I said something to keep in mind. Some people think they're more important than others, but the truth is they're just a small pieces of a much bigger picture. Don't get upset over people blocking you. It just shows who you don't need around you. And so to me, when I put that post out, a lot of my posts, you guys, aren't directed towards anybody specifically or individually. Hardly ever. I'll post things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Hey, emotions are real.
Yeah.
You are allowed to have them. So don't be ashamed.
For real.
So the reason I posted that is because I saw a lot of people taking offense to being blocked, whether it was something they did or sometimes it's nothing that they even did to get blocked. They just had an opinion that was different from somebody else's. And I've been in that place where I've been blocked for I didn't even know why. And it hurts your feelings. And and I think people forget about there's a human behind the person you're blocking. Now, I understand if I did something that was like so out of line that I deserve to be blocked, or I just constantly troll. I get that. I totally get that. But to diminish somebody just because they have a opposing opinion than you do is never okay. And that my post was directed to the people who have, whose feelings are hurt being blocked by somebody who they thought was your friend. And when I say these people think they're more important, but they're more important than they really are, but they're just small pieces of a much bigger picture. I'm not saying to somebody directly and individually. I'm saying that as a whole, including myself, because sometimes we think we're a little more important than we really are to the grand scheme of things. And so for this, this person specifically to call me out and call me a hypocrite over this because she took my words and twisted it into this narrative that she wants to believe. And that's just so mind-blowing to me. And then to have her husband get on and call me fake, make a reference in gifts that I'm faking it. This one really got to me because it's, again, you guys, it's the same group of people that feel like they're above everybody else. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of people being hurt by them. And, and then other people looking up to that. That's never okay. Like if that's what you want to do, fine. And so I did what I had to do to get that kind of negativity out of my life. Because that's not who I am. And the fact that I let it get to me as much as I did really, really bothers me. Because I do know who I am. I know who I am like every single day. And it just bothers me that they chose that route. When have I ever, in the 2.5 years that I've been around, this Twitter thing and this Safe Moon Army thing, I have never called directly spoke to somebody in a bad way. And if they think that my posts are directed to you, that's a you problem. And if the shoe fits, you better wear it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I feel like sometimes people are like in sermons in churches, they're like, oh, I feel like the preacher was talking to me. I was like, you might want to look in the mirror then, because maybe he was, but
Yeah, Cinderella.
but then you'll talk to the preacher and he's like, I don't even know who that person is. It's like you just get convicted by something. But anyways,
Well, all I know is we love you, Holly.
Oh yeah.
Greg.
well, those guys do.
Josh does. He just can't say it sometimes.
No, she knows I love her. But
I mean, and that's why, like, I'm so thankful for people like you that are in my life, because you keep me grounded and remind me that, it's just a random troll on Twitter. It's gonna be okay. I just know, like, this one just really got to me really bad. I really can't believe that it did, but it did.
if you were fake, it wouldn't have got to you at all. You wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same. Like, those people are fake. That's all it is.
Actually, I don't know if you can even call them fake. I just think some people are so miserable. They just don't even know how miserable they are.
Right,
I
well,
really do believe that.
Yeah.
Because you can call me whatever you want. I really don't care.
It's projection.
But when it start getting onto you, that's when I start to care.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever blocked anybody, just because it really doesn't bother me what they say about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like to see that difference in opinion. And I also like to see idiots being idiots. That's funny to me.
Right.
So I don't really block anybody, so I can see it all.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I may have blocked one person, but I think it was on YouTube for like
Me.
really, really, really bad comments. And I was like,
Yeah, vulgar.
if I don't want my daughter to read this,
Yeah.
that person's not going to be
Yeah.
allowed to comment on our YouTube page.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think that's the only time. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't, but I know if it hasn't been more than one or two. Chin up, Holly. We love you, like Greg said, and
Yep.
I just think that the reason it got to you is because you aren't fake. I really do.
When she was standing
I really try
she
not
was-
to be. I mean, I don't know how else to be. So if I'm fake, then I'm fake all the time. I don't know what I could be.
Yeah.
You faked yourself out. Dude. That's what it
Redefine
was.
fake.
What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, I think part of the emotion behind it is that you're trying to stand up for other people, and
Yeah.
then you got thrown under the bus, and that's not where you're coming from at all. And
That's exactly,
Yeah.
you know what, that's exactly what it is, Caleb. Like
Yeah.
that, I literally was looking out for the other people that,
yeah,
that just get their feelings hurt. Or I thought you were my friend, and then it sucks. That's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to think somebody's your friend, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, I don't agree with you, and you're blocked.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, dang, it's that easy for you?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It just means you didn't mean anything to him in the first place. And that's the part that hurts.
exactly.
Yeah. Repay evil for good.
There you go. Yeah.
Exactly. And I just feel like, these people are going to burn everybody. Eventually, everybody will start to see who they really are. I mean, it just sucks of the people who, stand up for these people, like, and then they get burned. That's what really, really sucks.
Well, if doing good was easy, everybody would do it. But
That's
usually the right thing is the hard thing.
The
So
narrow path.
keep doing the right
Narrow
thing.
path.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
All right.
It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
These rules.
Ooh.
Oh, I think she got it.
I think you got it.
I think you may have got it.
It's right before it starts to
We'll
flash.
have to see it.
She was counting.
Oh my
thinking
gosh, I'm
ahead.
so excited because I think I honestly got
I
it.
think you may have got it too, because I'm
Yeah.
watching the sound bars. That last week I wasn't paying attention. This week I was like,
That's pretty
I was gonna
close.
say I've edited enough times I can tell right when it's getting
Ready to.
you know what? We may have to send you a cookie on that one. Yeah, we'll send you a taste test.
I'm so excited to listen now.
All right. The first question of the day.
It's the little things.
It is
Yeah.
the little things.
Who are you taking in a fight, Godzilla or King Kong?
Ooh.
Damn.
What?
I'm gonna say King Kong.
Why?
I love Godzilla, but I mean he's got that projectile. But King Kong, I feel, is just a little bit. He can outsmart.
Okay, I agree with King Kong, but isn't Godzilla a lot bigger than King Kong?
Yes,
Okay.
but I think King Kong outsmarts.
Okay.
But can't Godzilla, like, does he breathe fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Like laser fire.
Yes, and he screams really loud.
Really loud, and he
Really
breaks
loud.
things with his tail.
That's
Yes,
true.
he does. He
Yeah.
whips
But he's
it.
slow.
Yeah,
He is slow, but
he is slow.
Wow, I like this question.
I do too.
I want to watch the movie again.
Whatever. You haven't even watched the end of Stranger Things
Answer the question.
or
Rob.
Ozark, and who knows what other
Oh.
movies.
By the way, I need some Apple TV in my life.
Well,
What? So you
yeah,
can
tell
like
me
not
when.
watch something else.
he won't finish it. He'll start something, but he won't finish it.
Like, when you're ready, text me because I've got to log you in from my computer, my Apple computer.
I almost did a couple days ago.
Yeah,
did.
you
So-
can anytime you want.
All right.
Who are you picking in a fight, Holly?
You know, I at first, because he's breathes laser fire and has a big I was gonna go for Godzilla, but I honestly think that King Kong's gonna do it. I
Yeah.
just because he's smart and he's fast and like he could get away from the laser fire and the tail and he's
Laser
like
fire's gonna shoot off Twitter.
Laser fire. I love it. Oh.
yeah, I'm going
It's.
Yeah.
I mean, you instinctively almost want to say Godzilla, but then you're like, you really think about it. It's like, I think King Kong would.
The
win.
agility is
The
what it is
quickness
for
and
me.
Yeah.
I'm figuring going with King Kong, unless it's in water,
Yeah,
then Godzilla wins.
All right.
that's true. Yeah,
Sorry, Japanese
Totally.
folklore.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right. With it's IRL with college.
Yeah.
Okay. With that going on, would you want to have a cap per like college to pay their individual athletes, or would you want individual athletes having a cap? Like they can't get paid over $1 million, or like the college can't spend over like 20
It's gonna be
million.
really hard to put in the description of the video, Caleb.
Damn, that's a deep one. He's he's
Or to
getting all
just free for
business.
all and just pay whatever you want for any athlete.
I would. So okay, so the individual per.
Yeah. Because Nick Saban from Alabama wants it capped as an individual athlete, so they can't get paid over a certain amount.
Yeah. Then still the big money wins because you can just buy more players.
So yes, so I would think it'd be better to cap
Overall
say the
budget.
sport. Say the sport can only spend like football can only spend 20 million, and they can get whatever they want. Basketball can only get whatever.
I think that's better.
Would you divide it up that way?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Josh?
I'm tired of it all.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what
I
brought it
am
up.
love
too.
sports. I really do. But why don't we just make it another professional league? I mean, that's what it
Pretty
is
much
now.
what it is, yeah.
And you'll
Yeah.
get kids to stay longer because they can make money in college. I get it. And people feel like they should make money because it's becoming a $1 billion business. But here's the problem with that. Now, like Peacock, if you want to watch Big Ten Game of the Week, you have to have the streaming service.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFL is actually getting so big. There is a wild card game coming up next year that you can only watch on Peacock streaming. So you have to buy that streaming service to watch the NFL now. It's not free. I feel like I don't really care which way they go with it. I feel like what they're doing is killing their sports.
Yeah.
There's going to come a time where either I'm just going to watch the Pac-10, or I'm just going to watch the SEC, or I'm just going to watch the Big Ten, or the Big 8, or Big 12, whatever it's called anymore, because I'm not going to have 8 streaming services. And so then it's going to get super regionalized, and then the care of the bowl games and the playoff system isn't going to necessarily be there. And which network is going to have that? what streaming
True.
service is going to have the first round? What streaming service is going to have the second
Right.
round?
True.
Eventually, enough is enough. I'm not spending the money on it. I'll look it up maybe for a couple years to see who wins, and then I'm going to quit caring.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be the
Right.
old guy in the room that goes, "This is stupid. That's not how it was done in my day." But the reason the NFL is where it's at now is because it was free.
Yeah.
True.
Not going to the games, obviously, but now that's got out of control, where you really can't even go to a Chiefs game and sit in nosebleeds. One person, if you include parking, a drink, and a hot dog, it's going to cost you like $400.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm not
I-
taking my family of four and dropping. It wouldn't be quite 1,600 because you only got to pay parking once. I get it. I understand math, but I could still follow along
Yeah.
for free at home and maybe splurge once a year or once every 2 years. See where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
If I'm not even carrying enough to watch every individual game, why would I ever go to the stadium?
Damn.
Like I'm not paying.
True.
I'm not gonna pay the NFL say $100 a year or $400 a year, whatever that number ends up being, to watch all the Chiefs games. I'm just not gonna do
Right.
it because then as that happens, why did DirecTV? What was it called? NFL
Ticket. Sunday ticket.
Why'd that fail?
Because nobody want to pay for
Did
it.
it
Nobody's
fail?
gonna pay that kind of money for it. Yeah, I mean it's like they did not make the money they were wanting to make on it.
YouTube picked it up.
Yeah,
I think.
YouTube has it now.
Oh, I didn't
So
know.
it's not.
Oh,
like this,
you're right.
It's not a
Yeah,
huge.
you're right.
It wasn't a huge money maker for DirecTV, or they would have kept it, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, but now I got to have 8 different logins. I got enough passwords memorized in my head to kill a small
Right.
baby.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. This isn't.
Wow.
This isn't a thing that
kill a
I
baby.
Wow. Keep
that
it,
I'm
yeah.
interested in
Damn.
at all, and.
Uh,
Not just college. When it comes to the NFL, if that's the way it's going to go, which I really do think it's going to head that way, your
Ugh.
Thursday night games you're going to have a streaming service for. Your Monday night games a streaming service for. Sunday night football, which is one of my favorite games, is already on NBC. Where do you think it's headed?
Peacock.
You can't pay the
I'm
much
not.
money that they're paying for the rights to the NFL and not get
People
more
will quit
revenue
watching
somehow.
Because
People-
Amazon
Well, Monday
just
Night
dropped-
Football's now on Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
well, but Peacock, you can still, but here's the thing about that,
Thursday
though.
nights, though.
The
right?
local teams can still show it on their local station. When it comes to the Peacock wildcard game, that is not the case. It is exclusively on Peacock.
Even if it's local, you said?
Yeah, even if it's local.
Wow, that's
That's
So
what's gonna
shit.
that's
change.
the first time ever, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to evolve into maybe not the very next year, but that's going to be every special game that's not Sunday afternoon.
So this is the beginning of the end.
It is.
I believe it is. This is exactly what I was getting ready to say.
dun, dun.
I think it's the beginning of the end of college and professional sports as we know it,
So people ought to just forget those sports and get into battle bots.
or just
That's a great.
I-
That's a great one.
let me. I know this is
That's-
not what Caleb's choice is supposed to be about, but you freaking lit
I
a
know. That's
fuse. All
why I
right.
ask it.
Dang
I-
you.
How
Look what
many
you've
people? How many people during
Are you-
COVID realized professional sports didn't mean as much to them as they thought it did?
Yeah.
A lot
I-
of people, right? They
I'm-
went and didn't spend all the money they spent in baseball that summer for sure. The
I
NFL
agree.
is king, so they still got that. Like for at least some of the towns, some of the people got to go to games.
Baseball
I mean-
wasn't recovered, really.
Baseball has not recovered.
Uh-uh.
I
I
used to not wanna
Oakland's
miss.
averaging like 4,000 fans a game.
Yeah.
The
That's not a
Royals,
lot.
if they're averaging over 10,000, they're lying.
The Royals? Who? I mean,
People know who the Royals are.
I'm just
But
being
what I'm saying is-
sarcastic, but
Yeah.
It was less than 10 years ago we won the World Series. Now you can't get 10,000 people to show up to a game
yeah.
because people realized over that summer it wasn't worth spending $200 to go watch a baseball game.
Oh,
And they think it has to do with how long it takes for a game to go on. Like we got to speed up the game. No, it costs too much freaking money.
yeah.
And people are tired
Well,
of
you're
it.
paying the athletes too much.
Tell them that.
Yeah.
But where's that
Yeah.
money coming from? Eventually you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, so
Ollie.
don't care. Wow. Sorry to you guys.
Well, we
Sorry
should
to
take a
anybody that
break.
watched through that whole rage
let's
there.
just take a break real quick.
Are we taking a break?
No.
No.
I'll put
Holly,
it in.
what's your
I'll
answer?
put it in there.
The college or the. I probably would go with a cap per player.
Per player.
Yeah, because Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Here's the thing for me is I love college sports.
Mhm.
But let me tell you why. I've always been that person that loves college because you almost can feel the passion behind them playing because they want to get to that next level to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to work hard or harder, I feel like, to get to that. I know that they, get incentives. I know that all happened back then. But in order to make it legit, you had to work hard so that you could get into the NFL or the NBA. And now that they're getting paid, it's like, is that like passion still going to be there? Are they still going to want to go to professional level? Or does it matter? Like, is it going to matter that much to them because they're already getting paid?
Yeah.
However, I mean, I don't know. They probably are getting paid a lot.
Yeah.
It takes some motivation away.
I think it does. I think
Well-
it's going to hurt the sport.
I'm not going to rant, I
I was
promise.
gonna say,
But what sport do we currently know of that pays the people that are in the professional level? It's an easy
That
question.
does pay?
Yeah.
that's not this college football.
Now, what sport did not play
Oh,
at the professional, like highest level of professionalism pays the people that are baseball?
yeah.
How much passion is in minor league baseball? I mean, some of the teams have a local following because it's the only team they can go to because they'll put those teams in like Wichita, Kansas, which is really hard for anybody in Wichita, Kansas to drive 4 hours anywhere to see a major league game. So you
Yeah.
adopt it. But
The passion's there.
nobody cares about minor league baseball. And I'm not saying that that's what college sports is going to turn into, but I sure hope it doesn't. And if it does,
Gosh, I
Then-
hope it does.
that would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The passion is with you. The innocence of college sports has been gone for a long time. Even though we could pretend it's not, it's been gone for a long time. I would
Yeah.
say since the 80s, probably. There's been under the table to stuff happening. And,
100%.
But
Yeah.
I'm with you
I
on that,
actually
Holly.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know people. We know people, and like NAIA Division II schools that were being paid to play basketball.
Yeah.
That's the lowest that you can play at the college level, besides it being JUCO and being paid money to play at certain schools. So yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just think they're going to ruin it.
Ready for the next question?
When the average person can't afford to go to a professional sporting event,
No.
then you've overpriced yourself and you pay your
Exactly.
people too much.
Does your next question involve salary cap?
Maybe.
Sorry.
All right. So
No,
if I
it's good.
handed you guys an envelope,
Yeah.
and inside
You
the
did.
envelope, it gave you the time and date of your death, would you open it?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't
It's
either.
what?
Morbid.
If I handed you an envelope, and in that envelope it told you the time and date of when you are going to die, would
And
you
like
open
it was real.
And like it
Like
was
that
going to
was
be
the
true.
real time and
Yeah.
date.
Like, would you want to know?
I would open it.
Would you?
Yep, I would.
I would absolutely.
I would rip it up.
I'm
think
too
I'm
curious.
I'm going to burn it.
No, I would open it.
Don't you think that would affect the way you live?
Yeah, but I think for the positive.
Do you? Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I see. I'm the same way. I feel like I will live my life to the very fullest, not really, and then I can make sure that everything's in order for my daughter when
Yeah.
I'm gone. Like, yeah, I think I would rather know.
But
But,
shouldn't you be living that way
Yeah.
now?
I was
should.
just getting ready to
I'm
say
just
that.
saying.
but here's the thing too
Uh,
is if it's like
Yeah.
I'm 85 years old, then I'm not going to feel guilty taking a nap on a Saturday afternoon because I got some
Right.
days.
Yeah.
But if it's in 6 months, I ain't taking that nap on a Saturday afternoon.
I got you.
You know, financially, I can't really change the way I live. I mean,
Yeah.
I could be a little bit less frugal, but I would probably not because I still want to be able to leave something to the people who'll be left behind. My wife is a very emotional, like soft-hearted person. I would love to be able to prepare her for that day instead of it being Josh is dead because she's gonna flip out. And dude, you're gonna have to deal with that.
No, I won't be around.
Yeah, you will. So I think I would actually, and not for morbid reasons, but like Holly said, be a good way to prepare people.
Yeah.
And
So you would tell
Yeah,
people?
you get a chance to say goodbye to everybody.
I don't know that I would tell
Like-
everyone unless it was soon. Like, hey, man, I'm going to be checked out in 3 weeks.
Wish I wouldn't
Right.
open it.
But my wife would know. I would tell her.
But see,
Yeah,
I
I
think
feel
that
like-
would, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like it would. You are preparing people, and you can actually say goodbye to them. And you. I mean, there's things that we take for granted
Yeah.
because we don't know. And I feel like those things, and it's not even like purposely.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
take them for granted. We just do. And so I think knowing would make us way more aware. Like we all know we're gonna die eventually. But knowing you're gonna die 6 months from now, tomorrow, oh, you better believe, like, I would stop taking the little things for granted for sure.
Yeah.
I would be more aware,
Yeah.
more aware of what I'm taking for granted.
Well, we get tired, right? And I think that's a lot of the reasons why we take things for granted is because we get worn down. And so it's like, okay, yeah, that's important, but it's not that
Right.
important because I'm tired. But if you knew you had 3 weeks, dude, that'd be an adrenaline rush, and I don't think you'd be tired. You'd still have to sleep or you'd die sooner than that. But
Yeah.
I think it would be different,
Yeah.
and I do think that you would live life differently, and I think that's okay. But I do think part of what makes us unique is that, and way we are the way we are is because we don't know when.
Yep.
So that would change
got
things
you,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
But the unexpected teaches you lessons.
True.
Right?
Well, we're not going to get to know.
Or it teaches
It's not a
other
real
people.
choice.
It's not a real choice. No, I don't have an envelope.
You don't have the envelopes?
I don't have the envelopes.
I was gonna
I'm out then.
say, you handed me an envelope this morning, so shit.
Yeah.
You did.
I mailed one to Holly, but no.
She didn't get it, though.
Holly didn't get it, so
Voodoo. Don't open
Alright.
it, burn it.
Sorry.
Was that your last one?
that's it.
That's
Yep,
it.
That's my 3.
Holly, what's your question?
All right, so I want to know, and it's kind of funny that you did a die question because mine's a die question.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a morbid week, full moon.
Full moon.
Full moon.
Right, right. What is the biggest fear you have on how you'll die?
Oh, mine's easy.
What's that?
Drowning.
I was gonna say
I
drowning.
do not want to drown.
That
I
was
don't
a-
either.
that
I'd
was-
rather burn alive in a fire because
Yeah.
your nerve endings will at least like dissipate, and at some point you
True.
won't have pain. But drowning,
drowning or suffocation.
But burning in a fire.
I
Which
feel
is the
like
same thing.
suffocation. I would feel like I had a chance. Drowning,
Your
I know
nerves
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Like I know that
Burning-
because I
burning
can
the
see
fire,
I
your
can't make
nerves
it. There.
eventually go
Gosh.
like faster than anything
Yes.
else. Your
yeah.
nerve,
Yeah.
so you don't like you feel it for a good couple, probably a minute, and then you're done. Like,
Depending on
Yeah.
you're talking about fire.
mhm.
Depending on how hot the fire is, it could be way faster
Well,
than that.
Well, that's true. Like, you better pray that it's like a scorching.
White hot fire. Melt.
True. Yes.
What about you?
Drowning. Yeah, I've always been that way.
That
Yeah.
seems unanimous.
Yeah.
Drowning.
Yeah.
No, that's not mine.
What's yours?
Dying in the freaking shower.
In the
How you dying in the shower?
How you gonna die in the shower?
What? Falling on your
What?
head?
I almost died in the shower like last week.
Hitting your head? Like
Yes!
slipping?
I
Yeah.
hit my head. Yeah.
Oh dang.
So I have like a shelf like thing in the shower, and I was shaving my legs and I slipped and hit my head on that and like was on the shower floor and thinking, you're not going to either die or pass out here. You better get your ass up and get it together.
Dang.
Because I saw smoke. And I was like, can you imagine you guys dying in the shower? And whoever finds you, you're just naked.
Oh,
Or like-
I got no shame, Holly. I have no
Gosh.
shame.
That would be.
That would be like the worst. Like, I can't. Like, that's my biggest fear is to die naked and have like the like EMTs and stuff come in and you're like naked on the floor.
But you're dead,
Yeah.
so that doesn't
Well-
matter. The guy at the morgue's gonna see you naked. You do realize
Right?
that.
Somebody's gonna see me. That sucks. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. It goes through my head.
I could
The
be.
guy
honest.
at the morgue is going to see you naked.
Have you seen Final Destination? The movie.
Which one?
Yes.
There's like 7 of them,
Okay, it's
isn't
like
I
one
know.
of those. Yeah.
there?
It's like one of those kind of things. Yeah, there's like 7 of them.
They're actually
So-
making another one.
When you open,
You know what? I always freak out when you drive by the log truck on the highway, and I'm like, I remember this in the movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna like break and.
it would be real
Color
freaky
for
if
me.
that envelope you opened that Caleb mailed you had the date and the cause was death in the shower.
Have to wait and see.
I would die.
Mowing valve.
I would die. It better not be.
So, do you have a shower curtain or do you have like a glass door?
It's a glass door.
Okay. Because our grandpa
Yeah.
had a friend that slipped in the shower and fell through the glass door and it like cut his leg all to pieces.
See?
Did he die?
And then
I
like,
think
he
he might
probably
have
couldn't
died.
He
get
did
up.
die.
I think he
did?
bled
It
out.
cut
yeah.
his artery and he
Yeah.
bled out in the shower.
Fudge.
See? That's scary.
See?
Like, no.
Time
Shower
to get a shower
curtain.
curtain.
Time for shower curtain.
But even getting hurt in the shower, like
Yeah.
cutting yourself before you have to call somebody to come in and help you, I don't think you could get dressed. Like,
What kind of razor are you using?
I mean, I
Straight
didn't
razor?
cut-
They had the old fashioned.
I'm gonna take showers differently now.
Have you ever
I'll be like,
fallen in the
huh.
shower?
No. Maybe. I don't remember a time.
I fell out of the shower.
I don't think I have.
I was like stepping out of the shower and hit it was slippery and I fell down there.
Maybe
You
as a
don't have a
kid.
rug?
Have
I
you?
no,
Have
I
you
was
ever
washing
fallen?
it.
No, I've never once fallen in the shower.
I was
This is
washing
like a
it, right.
thing.
I
Well,
mean,
I lost balance. It wasn't so much a slip. It was like I was, bent over shaving and I lost my balance and just
well, I could
right
see
into
that,
the
but
shelf.
I think maybe I've slipped and stubbed
I
my
could see
toe in the
that.
shower, but I never even came close to falling down.
Like a new girl kind of
Yeah.
thing, like on the show. New girl.
New girl.
Oh,
It's
you've
happening.
watched that one? All
yeah.
the way through?
Oh shoot. Yeah.
No, probably not.
No.
Yeah.
It's happening.
All right.
Cool.
Ready for some truth or dare?
Are you guys ready?
I'll get it ready.
All
Hit the
right, get
button,
ready.
Greg. Is it done playing? Okay.
I know.
What is this?
It's just
Like,
a
what
long-
do we have for them?
Some crazy guitar thing.
like Wayne's World kind of stuff.
Oh, yes. Okay, I remember.
Okay, who's first? Who wants to
I'll go first.
Yeah,
Or-
there
or
we go.
You want random or do you want to pick one?
Let's go random.
All right.
Make it up if it has something to do with a crush.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do another one.
Oh yeah, yeah. There it is.
It says send 5 pleading emojis to the last person you DM'd.
What is pleading? Like praying?
Yeah,
I
that's kind of what I
guess.
was thinking. Like,
Yeah, begging, praying.
yeah, like a
I don't.
I'm not smart enough to know what that means.
Well,
Like
it's
begging
good.
and
This is
pleading?
gonna be funny because the last person I DM'd was Bamboo.
Okay.
He's like one of my best friends. Me and him have we're just ridiculously we just talk banter back and forth. He's such a cool guy. I want him to come on our podcast one time and do his he puts out raps.
Okay.
ooh.
And there's a couple where he added me in there about my positivity and stuff. I'll
Oh,
have to send
awesome.
them to you guys.
Yeah.
You mentioned
Yeah,
that before, I
he's-
think.
Yeah.
He's
a while
just
back.
an awesome person.
I'll be done with that.
Okay, praying. 5?
5. Yep.
He's
All
probably
right,
going to
he's gonna
freak out.
You're like, what's
And
going
he's
on?
gonna be like, "What the hell is happening, Holly? Watch."
I've been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Truth or dare? All right,
Truth
Josh,
for
what do
me.
you want? You want truth?
Yep.
Josh. No. it's not.
5.
Math. It's math. No,
It's
There was
not working.
there was a.
What do you mean it's
Get
not
that one.
working?
It says
Oh
failure.
shoot!
It's because our internet
Oh, there it is.
sucks here.
You suck.
Well, this is a dare. It says send every curse word you can think of in a chat. Let's see if the truth works this time. Okay, it works. Who is your ex?
My ex what?
It just says who is your ex?
Ex-employer?
Sure. It just says who's your ex. So
I'll tell you who my ex is.
Okay.
Her name is Jamie.
Okay. Good job. What about you?
Random.
Oh, you don't want any more information? Are
No.
you trying to save me from myself?
helping you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Moving on.
He said, all done with the podcast. That's what he said. Oh my God.
3 in a row about crushes. That's another crush.
I got a girl.
We're going to have to go back to just doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
Too many
All right.
crushes.
Yeah.
Would you ever get a tattoo?
Yes.
What of?
Crypto Bros and Holly Girl.
Okay. Where would you put it?
Bottom of my foot.
All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna walk all
On
over.
the bottom
No,
of your
I don't know.
Like
no.
Let's see your phone.
Maybe.
What do you want?
Truth.
Maybe
I
on my
still
shoulder.
think that I need to come to Missouri and we all go get tattoos.
Yeah.
Are we going to
I
Arizona?
would get one.
I think that's a good idea.
I'll go
This
to,
is
or
a
I'll
super
go to
easy
Arizona.
one.
No, maybe.
I don't know.
No, it
You guys
is.
would have to find the tattoo person.
At least I hope it
I
is.
don't think.
What parts of your body do you shave?
My face,
What else?
my head.
Oh, that's
I gave
true.
myself a haircut yesterday. Or not
And-
yesterday, last week.
And
That's it.
that's it. Okay. Be truthful.
I'm a hairy monkey boy.
So there's more spots.
There's a Kit
You're
Kat.
just stalling
Why would I stall?
because you got stuff to talk about in Cryptic Corner.
I'm not stalling. I like talking about this stuff.
You're trying to get us banned, Greg. That's-
We could get banned. Just heads up. All right, here
What do
we
you
go.
got for us this week?
oh, snap.
All right, what we got? A little mind control. Yeah, mind control. MK Ultra. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
I've heard of MK Ultra.
So it was an illegal human experiment by the CIA. Began in 1953 and ended in 1973. So basically, they manipulate these people, celebrities. That's the conspiracy.
It ended in 1970.
Yeah, well, on the internet says it ended, but yeah, if the CIA's involved, it didn't end.
No.
So
You really are trying to get us kicked off.
There's a
YouTube.
lot of videos
yeah,
on that, aren't
the
there?
on
CIA,
YouTube.
Yeah.
There's a few,
Oh.
not the good ones.
The good ones aren't on YouTube.
The good ones aren't on YouTube.
No.
Oh.
There's some good ones out there.
There's some good ones.
Yeah.
We'll
The
send
ones
them
on
to you,
YouTube
Holly.
don't usually specifically mention MK Ultra. They're usually like celebrity meltdowns or something like that, and people's eyes are glitching out on their face, and they're like,
Yeah, and I always pre-search these things before, see if there are videos on YouTube,
so we don't get banned.
so we don't get banned. Yes.
Okay.
Did you? Speaking of that, have you seen the Katy Perry one?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The eye glitch.
That was weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
That is weird.
The
So-
Eminem one at the college football game, where just like,
I didn't see that one.
oh,
was a
Eminem,
while
Shaquille
ago.
it was
O'Neal.
live too, because he was some new song was coming out.
It was like
and he just
15
went,
years ago or so.
like just completely bugged
Shut
out.
off.
And
It's like-
Shaquille O'Neal just staring for like 5 minutes straight.
Britney Spears did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and supposedly they're manipulated by like psychoactive drugs and like hypno whatever, and they have handlers that control what they do, and supposedly they glitch out. You know,
Yeah.
they mess up. And it's tied to the whole these celebrities are cloned, like it's their
Yeah.
clones, and they program these people,
Celebrities, politicians.
politicians,
Leaders.
people of high position.
You know, it would not surprise me, you guys. Like if they were to come out and say this is what it is, I'd be like, well, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's almost like you're waiting for this nonsense to come out and say it's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Roseanne Barr talked about it
Yeah.
like big time. She said that's why she moved to Hawaii to get away from Hollywood
Yeah.
because she knows all about this stuff and she didn't want to have no part of it. Roseanne of all people,
Well, there's actually been some celebrities starting to talk about it. They ended up dead too.
they end up dead or
Our
you don't
stories
see them
being
anymore.
Crazy or
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
There's
Yep. Mel Gibson's one.
who was the guy that Dave Chappelle even talked about
Chappelle.
it's not MK Ultra stuff, but he even talked about how they can manipulate them. And he said that when he was doing the contract negotiation, actually he was going to get paid for his contract, but they said you made too much money because it was based on sales.
Yeah.
Like, we can't pay you that much. And he goes, it's in a contract. He's like, you need to take what we're offering you, or by the time you get off your flight in like Ohio, everybody in the world will think you're crazy. And he was like, screw you guys. And he left, and by the time he landed in Ohio, it was all over the news that he was crazy.
Yeah.
And
Who?
people believe it. Dave
Chappelle?
Chappelle.
Oh, I believe him too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's the thing is Dave Chappelle kind of shoots it to you straight and he doesn't give two shits if you believe him or not.
He's smart
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's so smart.
But
His
that's what he
last
said, that he left.
Yeah.
That's what he just went away and waited for his rights to run out, and then he came back, and that's why he's performing again, because now he's not under contract with those guys. He's got his own management.
Yeah.
Yep. And a lot of times, celebrities that you see that they make look crazy, usually there's a more to the story.
Mhm.
So they're probably poking where they
Well-
shouldn't have, and they made it look crazy.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson was the same way. They made him look like a drunk, raging, anti-Semitic man, and he was trying to tell people about what they were doing.
Mhm.
So
And
they
you
made
have
him look-
many people in Hollywood that you wouldn't think would support Mel Gibson that actually do support him,
Yep.
and have spoke up in his defense.
And yeah, and Britney Spears, same way.
Yeah.
She was, free Britney, and she's
I-
crazy. No, she was just trying to get out of it.
Well, have you guys okay, so speaking of Britney Spears, I recently did like a deep dive into her
Mhm.
and everything like people were saying. Have you had a chance to go onto her TikTok and watch these videos that she's posting?
I've
Some
not
of
seen
them.
it on TikTok, but I've seen some of them
I
elsewhere.
highly suggest you do. And whatever's happening, because some people are saying that somebody's like AI, like they're pretending to be her through AI
Deep
and
fakes.
through like a face painter. Yeah,
Yes.
and after I heard that and started looking into her videos, like I believe it 100%. The videos, you guys, are absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Like she looks crazy. Her hair is greasy. She has like black, just looks like she's so tired. Like it's craziness. It's sad. It's really sad. If that is really her, holy crap.
She's either having a
She-
mental breakdown, or she's being like a deep fake, or
Deep
somebody
fake,
is
MK
controlling her.
Ultra clone or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But-
scary.
You think
Scary
about
shit.
that though.
Mhm.
There's how many of those AI videos that have come out where they said pick the real one, and the one I saw was of Obama, and
Oh, yeah, I've seen
they
that
say
one.
the same things, and I think maybe I picked it right, but I was just guessing. I couldn't tell which one was
can't
right and which
really-
one was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pretty soon, if we're not already there, there's going to be people standing in front of a microphone that are not necessarily going to be the people we think they are, and we're going to take their word as the gospel when it's not even them speaking.
Yeah.
How many people in very, very high places in this country, like maybe the highest of places in this country, don't even have the same structure face wise and earlobes and stuff?
Yeah.
It's
Madonna, you guys.
Okay, well that's not who I was talking about.
Well, but
let's go
maybe
with Madonna.
No,
What-
so this is, I must have not seen her for a while. And I ran across a video yesterday of her dancing really weird. I didn't know it was her. I had no idea until somebody said, "Oh my gosh, Madonna looks like an alien," and she does.
Yeah.
So I went to her TikTok, and what has she done to herself? She does not even look
Mm-mm.
at all remotely, like no features even look like her. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Right. Right.
So is that plastic surgery, or do they
I-
just
I
say
would-
it's plastic surgery and they're covering up to get some? I don't know, because Madonna has no power
This is
over
She
me
real
looks
whatsoever.
really scary.
I see that
Scary.
being more of a thing, not with aging celebrities as much as aging politicians
Yeah.
or celebrities, and like we go back to the whole Beatles thing.
How
You
they-
can't let Paul die,
Right, so they have
you
s-
replace him because there's too
'Cause
much
it's
money
money.
invested in it. But when it comes to
Right.
aging politicians, just do some little bit of research, and you'll see some videos out there that will blow your mind.
Yes.
There are people in like 6 years ago that they now look way younger than they did 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Some of them were
And-
having a hard time staying on their feet, falling into cars, falling on the ground, and their handlers would pick them up and rush them away. And now they look
Yeah.
awesome.
And,
And
she's
that's-
3 inches taller.
Who, she? Oh, okay, yeah.
So there you go. It's not.
Yeah.
It's no. And
Yeah.
there's the whole looking younger thing. We can't talk about that.
She's 3
So-
inches taller, or the person playing her husband is 3 inches shorter. But there's pictures of them standing by each other, and they're totally different people.
Well,
Yeah.
the shoes. Okay, so what shoes did they have on that matters?
They look like exact same.
Oh.
It did look
No,
exactly the
never
same.
Not the
mind.
shoes. It's not the shoes.
That'd be
and
my
it's-
first thought. But see,
No,
that's
you guys are
also,
gonna have to
too,
tell me
when
who.
people throw any doubt into that. And not saying that's what you're doing, but that's an easy one, right? Well, she had high heels on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they were on the beach. Like, they do, like, bury his knees down, or whatever
Yeah.
it may
Yeah.
be. But if you want to believe it, then it's very easy to believe. If you want to doubt it, it's pretty easy to doubt.
Mhm.
So that's where I think the whole conspiracy theory comes from, because both sides could be right. Which side are you going to lean to?
Right.
And sometimes, honestly, for me, I'll lean to the side that has the easy excuse for it, because I don't want to think about it.
Yeah. Right.
I don't want
right.
to think about how deep this whole thing could be.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Leave
I
that
don't
to
can't
me.
Go there.
Leave
so
that to
that's why
me.
this is on you. But
Or I mean, because like with the celebrities, with the Disney kids like Britney,
Yeah.
the conspiracy is, and I have to say that because it could be not true,
you're gonna get canceled in the parking lot.
But there is a business as Disney Labs. It's called Disney Labs.
Yeah.
There's a science lab that Disney owns, where supposedly the people of prominence go and pick what their kids are going to be like, and that's where these Disney children come from.
Because you're talking
Ew.
about Britney Spears,
Britney.
Christina Aguilera,
All any of the
Justin
Disney
Timberlake.
Club,
I don't know. who
all
they
of
are.
them.
Ryan Gosling.
What's her name? Hannah Montana lady.
Justin
Cyrus, Miley
Timberlake?
Cyrus,
Yeah.
Timberlake. All of them were basically grown
that
in a
makes me
lab.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah, and then groomed and to be who they were. You know what I mean?
So they're grown in the lab.
It's a business.
Kind of throws me off, but I can see them being groomed too.
Yeah, like
But,
we
yeah.
wanted
What
her
you're
to have.
meaning is their genes and everything are being modified.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Is that what you're okay? So
Bas-
like in a little fish.
Right. Hey, I want her to have blue eyes and blonde hair.
Yeah,
And to
no,
look
that's
like
a
this.
thing. That you
Yes.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they pick out. So they basically pick their child and they sell their soul, and they're going to be a Disney star.
So I'm pretty
Wow.
awesome for not being groomed or cloned.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm good with myself.
Yeah.
Could have been better, but only if I was like shaped in a petri dish.
Right.
And then some of these people, they like looking younger. You know how they look. One time they're looking like bad, like old, and all of a sudden they come on TV and they look like they're young again.
All right, I'll just say it like Hillary.
Like Hillary.
She looked like an old lady grandma 5 years ago, and looks like she might be in her late 50s now.
Right.
Yeah, something's
And the
changed.
reason behind that we can't talk about.
'Cause
so-
we'll get banned.
Well,
You can
Yeah.
look into that
So-
yourself.
What?
Yeah, we absolutely cannot talk about that, or this channel will
No.
get shut
Yeah.
down.
No.
how do we know? Like, it's not so much that they look different in person. What if, like, because where you're seeing it is pictures and video, right?
hmm
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can easily manipulate. Like, I
Like a
think
filter
Tim,
or something.
like Tim
Yeah.
said, we can have a filter on Zoom. I still like him. I can't find it. But you can
Yeah.
on here. So why can't like the producers? Because I've often wondered like the same thing about the Kardashians. Like I've seen some horrific pictures of them, but anytime it's they're on TV or their own pictures, they're completely different. They don't have one flaw. So I'm wondering how much is just pure editing.
Might
Yeah,
be.
let's just go with that.
Yeah, we can't go down the other road.
Let's. That's probably all it is.
Yeah.
But
that's-
and you're not wrong
It's-
though. But that goes back to what we're talking
it's-
about. That's why conspiracy theories are like, oh, well, that's stupid. It just could be an older picture, or.
Right.
But in some of these things, it's even in the way they move.
yeah.
It's like
Oh.
they're smoother in walking, and they don't need assistance in doing things they were needing assistance to do, and
Before.
it's so even a little bit past the looks.
Right.
Dang it, I may
But
be more of a
it-
conspiracy theorist than I
Well, I
thought.
was gonna say, but editing does do a lot. Movie magic, TV
Oh, yeah.
magic.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely something to it, but
Well, otherwise, how could you? Hey, can you say lizard people?
yes, I think so.
Great,
Here-
I'm making us canceled. But otherwise,
Are
how are
you
you going to
gonna talk
cover up?
I'll edit it out. I'll look it up after.
Okay.
The reptilians.
Yeah, how are you going to talk about the lizard people if they can't do that sort of thing?
People.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can talk about it. Let's not go any further into it. Maybe
Okay.
that'll be next week's.
Yeah.
Are you sure they're just not on that weird drug that makes them into
Don't talk about it.
crocodile?
Don't talk-
Oh well.
Oh.
the weird drug.
Wait.
Sure.
Depending on what drug you're talking about, there is one you cannot talk about on YouTube.
Yeah, we screwed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll talk about it on off the air.
Yeah, we'll look
Let's
it up.
shut
on
this
YouTube.
thing down before we get paid from YouTube.
All right. All right.
Until next
Yikes.
week.
Guys, have a great weekend and God
Right.
bless.
Be kind.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.